Last week, I went to Asgard and started Ragnarok. That turned out pretty awesome since I got to bring out some of my older Asgardian figures and let them shine. Check out last week's video to see my awesome Thor Ragnarok display. Older figures often get overlooked as we look forward to new releases. That is why today I want to take a look at this Batman figure. This Batman suit from Batman and Robin definitely has a dated 90s look to it. The bat nipples were definitely a choice. Let's deconstruct this figure. Before I begin, let me just say that the DC McFarlane figures always have great sculpts. The issues are that the human faces are often badly painted and the figures are often impossible to balance. But with this Batman, I don't see anything that sticks out right off the bat. The figure looks great. They totally captured that rubbery latex look of the cape. I love it. I also like that I can use it to help keep Batman upright. That said, certain body parts do look a little bit too glossy to me. Like there's this minor inconsistent finish on the figure. Overall, this figure is perfectly fine the way it is, but the lack of bat accessories is a bit disappointing. They did provide this nice little card though. With all that said, I want to change the color of the suit. When I look up photos of the suit, I see that it's not black. It has more of a dark blue or dark purple look to it. I'm actually surprised that they made the suit pure black. This should be a relatively easy fix. So... Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. Whether it's repainting my figures or making diorama displays, I love making things look awesome. My goal is to elevate my figures so they can shine on my display. Join my DIY venture as I ask myself the same question every week. Can I make it? The color I want to achieve is this frosty metallic purple blue that's almost black. I don't want the suit to be too vibrant, nor I want it too shiny. It's not supposed to look like it's made out of metal. It has more of a rubbery texture. Anyone from the 90s should be familiar with that material. And speaking of 90s, this was the Batman movie that I remember. Unfortunately, Batman and Robin wasn't the first Batman movie I saw in the theaters. It was Batman Forever. I don't remember much of it. I only remember the Happy Meal toys. Batman and Robin though, while I don't remember the plot, I do remember thinking that the movie was so cool. There was Batman, Robin, Poison Ivy, Bane, Mr. Freeze, and lots of flashy colors. And now that I think about it, I think it was the flashy colors that made me think the movie was cool. I guess that's all you need to impress little kids. I actually tried rewatching the movie recently. It's so bad. I couldn't really finish it. But that just shows that the movie was targeting the right audience. It makes me wonder if there are kids out there that absolutely love Thor Love and Thunder. Back to this figure. I really like the color I mixed. It's the right amount of blue and shine. It's going exactly the way I imagined it. Alright, on to the face. The face is pretty good. It doesn't have that overly painted look McFarlane figures tend to have. But I do want to add a bit of color to the face so that it's not just one tone. A little bit of redness here and there. This may be odd, but I also distinctively remember that the people in this movie had really pink lips. Why? And a little bit more shading around the mouth. Alright, in order to make the suit pop even more, I'm gonna paint the areas around the eyes black. They are already black, but I want them to be matte black, to add more contrast between the face paint and the cowl. Almost there. Looking at reference images, it appears that the suit is made out of two very similar material. Specific parts of the suit appear to be more reflective, like the bat symbol, belt, gloves, and the boots. So I'm going to add a thin layer of glossy varnish over these areas to make them pop more. Alright, here's Batman all finished. It's mostly just a color swap, from black to this frosty metallic blue. It's definitely an upgrade to me. This blue really captures the vibe of the movie in my opinion. I can almost smell the rubbery suit. And once again, I have to give props to the McFarlane toy line. The sculpt is amazing. It looks like a shrunken down version of the real Batsuit. Even though you can only see the lower half of his face, I can totally see George Clooney there. You know what? Of all the live action Batman suits, this one may be my favorite. Let me explain. Maybe it's the MCU suits, or the military look of the more modern Batman suits in the last decade or so. It feels refreshing again to see a muscle suit that isn't very practical. I mean, that belt can barely carry any gadgets. But this suit screams Batman to me. It's also probably because this was my first core memory of the live-action Batman. I was aware of Michael Keaton's Batman and Batman Forever, but Batman and Robin was the movie that made an impression on me. What do you think? Do you like what I've done? Let me know down below. I'm enjoying this figure more than I should. It could just be nostalgia, but I find this figure very pleasing to look at. Should modern day live action superheroes wear fake muscle suits again? Or should they wear the more tactical military style suits? It makes me wonder, with the MCU potentially rebooting soon, it could be a nice change if the design language of the costumes become more stylized again. Kinda like this Batman and Robin suits here. That said, as a kid, I used to think the silver suits were awesome. But looking at them now, they are definitely too cartoonish. Speaking of live action Batman, I still have the Justice League Batman to work on. I will get to him eventually as I still want to finish my Justice League collection. Right now, let's end this for the photo shoot. Okay, I think I figured out what it is. It is the cape. I love how it flares out, but you can still see all the ripples and folds. It looks like there's wind blowing on it. Now I wasn't able to do that many interesting poses. The ones I was able to pull off all look pretty natural. There's just this very lifelike feel to this figure. It's like someone 3D scanned George Clooney's Batman from the 90s. And speaking of 90s, I love how these two look together. And these photos look like they're expensive high-end collectible figures. You know what? A multiverse movie with all these Batman together could be interesting. But maybe it's too late for that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a like and subscribe to see more DC content like this. And as always, stay inspired and I'll see you soon. I can make it, so can you.